Balancing equations.
Word equations and symbol equations.
Okay. Word equation means the direction of change from reactants to products. A word equation is the written equation in which words form both the left and right hand sides. It is a representation of a chemical reaction in written form and represents the relationship between two or more physical quantities expressed as words. E.g., silver hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid makes silver chloride and water.
Symbol equations. Symbol equations are the shorthand method to describe the chemical reactions using chemical formulas and other symbols. Reactants are represented on the left and products are on the right. E.g., this equation.
Both silver hydroxide and hydrochloric acid make silver chloride plus water, and this equation demonstrates the same process in different forms.
Balancing atoms and equations. Polyatomic ions. Polyatomic literally means many atoms. A polyatomic ion is an ion that contains more than a single element. Remember, ions are particles carrying a charge.
Coefficients. Coefficients are the numbers of molecules of reactants or products. For instance, this equation means that two molecules of hydrogen react with one molecule of oxygen and produces two molecules of H2O water.
The number of atoms of each element on the reactant side, the left side of the arrow, must equal the number of atoms of each element on the product side, found on the right side of the arrow. This will demonstrate balancing an equation. This equation is now balanced. This equation is now balanced.
Reactants to products. We will try one together. The equation is magnesium hydroxide plus phosphoric acid makes magnesium phosphate plus water. This is the equation. On the reactant side we have 1 atom magnesium, 2 atoms oxygen, 5 atoms hydrogen and 1 phosphate. On the product side we have 3 atoms magnesium, 1 atom oxygen, 2 atoms hydrogen and 2 phosphates.
First single element in the target compound. Pick up the compound with the most atoms, magnesium phosphate. Choose an element within the compound that is not hydrogen or oxygen. Do not pick the polyatomic ion internally. This leaves magnesium balance.
Balance magnesium first by placing a 3 in front of magnesium hydroxide. This is the equation. We now have 3 atoms of magnesium on both sides. 2 polyatomic ions. Next, balance the polyatomic ions that remain. the same on both sides. We have phosphate on both the left and right side. In order to balance the phosphate, place a 2 in front of the phosphoric acid. This is now the equation.
Balance the hydrogen atoms and then the oxygen atoms. On the reactant side, we have 6 hydrogen atoms in magnesium hydroxide and 6 hydrogen atoms in phosphoric acid, for a total of 12 hydrogen atoms. By placing a 6 in front of the water molecule, hydrogen is balanced. By doing this, the oxygen atoms are also balanced, 6 on each side. This is now the equation.
Remember coefficients and lowest ratio. The coefficient used must always be whole numbers and should always be reduced by the lower right terms.
Recheck. Recheck. And recheck.
Balanced equation. Reactants: 3 magnesium, 2 phosphates, 12 hydrogen and 6 oxygen. Products: 3 magnesium, 2 phosphates, 12 hydrogen and 6 oxygen. This is the equation. The equation is now balanced.
Single element in the largest compound,
Polyatomic ions. Hydrogen and oxygen atoms. Whole number coefficients and lowest ratio. Recheck.
Common equations. Photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, water and sunlight are used to produce glucose, oxygen and water. Overall equation. This is the equation. Carbon dioxide plus water plus light energy makes glucose plus oxygen.
Respiration. Aerobic respiration is the release of energy from glucose or another organic substance in the presence of oxygen. This is the equation. Glucose plus oxygen make carbon dioxide plus water plus energy.
combustion and hydrogen. Combustion takes place when fuel, most commonly a fossilized fuel, reacts with the oxygen in the air to produce heat.
For octane, this is the equation, and for propane, this is the equation. The overall equation is fuel plus oxygen make heat plus water plus carbon dioxide. Credits. Project by Christy Essex, Freya Jackson, Michael Graychicks, and Rosa Samuela. Special thanks. The end.